Hey everyone, have I here bring a video on Dragon Ball Z Dokkan Battle. In this video, I'm going to be making my final predictions for the Tanabata 2024 celebration. Hopefully you all are ready. So with that, if you're new to my channel, like, subscribe, comment below, do all that good stuff. Let's go ahead and dive right in. So when I'm dropping this video, it should be 12 hours to the dot from the release of the preview, at least the preview for the Tanabata 2024. We should know what the Dokkan Festival exclusive LR is going to be. We should know what the theme is going to be, possibly some EZAs. So that's what we're going to be looking forward to on 6/26/2024, 4 a.m. Pacific Daylight Time. I am not going to be up. I'm not going to be taking any messages. If you DM me, I'm not going to reply until I wake up again, and I'll probably make a video after the fact. So 4 o'clock in the morning is I'll be fast asleep in my bed. I might wake up a little bit earlier to make a video. We'll see what happens. And but yes, this should be 12 hours from when this video is dropped. Now the biggest question is, what are we going to get? What theme are we going to get here? So I did a whole history of Tanabata video. If you haven't checked that out, feel free to check that out. I think it's a good video just to reminisce about Tanabata. And the biggest question is, what are we going to get this year? And a couple of things that kind of caught my attention, right? One was, there's only one time in history we've ever gotten a super and it's super, and that's going to be Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken and Evolution of Vegeta with the Superclass Part 2 LR Jiren, which it was kind of a special situation there. It's a yellow coin LR, but it wasn't really a part of the 130. Now we know that the Part 2 LR is going to be a Carnival LR because of last year we end up getting the Omega Shenron. I guess we don't know for sure. It still could be a yellow coin LR, but we haven't had a Carnival LR in quite some time. I'm assuming that that's what is going to show up in the Part 2. So of course last year was Super Saiyan 4 Full Power Goku with Omega Shenron, and then the years previous you can kind of see those time frames there, and everything kind of started in 2018. So the interesting thing, actually I'll make that point when I come back to that here, but ultimately that's why I'm thinking it's going to be a super class and extreme class. But now the question is, what do you guys think? So our choices, I think there's kind of 3 major choices that the community has embraced, right? So let me turn that off. There we go. So number 1, based off of the this right here, this piece right here, oops, we end up thinking, okay, it could be Namek Saga because of Purunga, right? I think a lot of people thought that. I don't know. Do we need another Full Power Frieza Part 2 LR? Probably not. Could be a first form, but we recently just got Dokkan Festival exclusive Frieza, so I just don't think that that might be the celebration. Again, I can be all wrong here. I will accept that. But I'm not leaning toward that way. A lot of other people are saying it's going to be a UI Goku, and the only individual that would make sense for him for the Part 2 LR would be like a regular Jiren, since we have a full power Jiren that would then possibly EZA, and then you have this Carnival featured Jiren that would be non full power, right? Just be normal Jiren there, because all we have is the SCR one, and then we'll have a Dokkan Festival exclusive UI Goku, not MUI Goku, but just traditional UI Goku. So also a lot of people are thinking that could have been a transformation type unit or a Goku Blue, right? But I think if they're gonna go Goku Blue, I think it's going to be with the Hit as the Extreme Class Part 2 LR, right? So Hit, I would say historically just hasn't been a big money grab. But if you look in the Part 2 LRs, right, just in the past here, the Part 2 LRs, I would say besides Janemba, weren't very good. But most of them somewhat really weren't that hyped. I would say the Int Zamasu, the Mer Zamasu, was pretty hyped just because of the the card art and the OST. Everything was just great about that except for the unit itself. So the Part 2 LR historically just has not been that great. So just kind of keep that in mind when we're thinking about these units here. So Hit will kind of maybe fall into that. We would hope that he's a good unit, but getting a Carnival featured LR hit would be very interesting in my opinion. So the reason why I'm going to lean toward more Dragon Ball Super and Universe 6 or Tournament of Power is because when you look at the history here, I see it as you have a movie, super, and then last year it was not a movie, but it was GT. So I think this year it will be super again. That's the pattern that I choose to kind of see there. So I'm going to go with either Tournament of Power or, Hit and Goku. But another way of thinking about it is, well, look at the Super EZAs. That's, we've been getting a Super EZA every celebration now. What are some available Super EZAs that can be provided when you're thinking about these celebrations, right? So when you're looking at these, I don't look at units past this. If you guys haven't seen my EZA videos talking about this, go ahead and check that out. But I don't think any units that are past the OG 3000s, the type attacks, the godlies, and the demigods, we're going to see here. So we have, of course, we have the Super EZA to Black, to Kid Buu, this right here. So I'm thinking there's a few options, right? I think there's a few options, and one of the options is if they go Namek Saga, it's gonna be another physical unit, and that would be Full Power Frieza. That's the reason why I don't kind of think that that's gonna happen. The other options would be Blue Goku, would be Blue Vegeta, would be Beerus, and Golden Frieza as possible EZAs, Super EZAs here. But for me, that'd be kind of interesting, because if they did another AGL tech or physical, right, they're really not focusing on some of the type advantage options on here, thus being the int or the STR, right? So neither of those we actually have Super EZAs. And kind of looking at it, the only one that in a sense jumps out is going to be this Vegeta here, because this is a part of like Goku Black, the Future Saga celebration, so they could do something in the future. But I think they could Super EZA in this celebration, either of these celebrations here now. And what I'm going to be really predicting, right, I'm going to be predicting that it's actually going to be a Dokkan Festival exclusive Vegeta exchange into Super Saiyan Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, possibly Kaioken, and I believe Hit is going to be part 2, and they're going to Super EZA AGL Goku, or they can do, of course, Super EZA the Vegeta, right? So I think either one of these are going to be options on here. Maybe they do both. Who knows? Dokkan's been acting pretty crazy now, right? So I think both of these are good options to have. Thus, even though I know it's part of a different celebration, I still think they could Super EZA either of these units on here, making them more viable. But having this exchange unit, kind of the opposite of the Resurrection F, where it's a Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, or Goku Blue with an exchange Vegeta Blue, wasn't a very good unit. I think they're gonna reclaim a little bit of mud in their face when they had that unit get released. So I'm gonna predict this here. Now another reason why I'm predicting this here is there's a history of join forces type units besides the first one, which was the GT Goku. You have join forces Gohan and Goten, LR Go Bros. You have join forces in the join forces leader in the Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken Evolution Vegeta. Then you have a join forces that transforms into Super Gogeta, right, in that unit there. Then you had join forces in Vegeta and Trunks, and you don't really have a join forces with Super Saiyan 4 Goku, but technically it's kind of part of it to have the transformation for full power, right? So I know that's a little bit of a, you had a pattern going on, and then the Super Saiyan 4 Goku broke that pattern, but I still think the pattern will still be there, and that's why I think this would still be considered kind of a joint forces. Even though, yeah, it's going to be exchange unit on there. Maybe they still put it at join forces. Technically, they never join forces in the tournament there. Vegeta gets beat, Goku comes in, Super Saiyan Blue Kaioken, and then that epic fight with Hit is there. So this is where I'm going to go with. I don't know what you guys are thinking. Some of you guys agree or disagree with me on that. I could be way off base. It could be totally something, you know, else. But this is where I'm looking at as an opportunity here for you guys all to make a prediction, a final prediction, because 12 hours from when this video is being dropped, we will have the real answer. So anyway, with that, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video here, and let me know if you think I'm right, wrong, in the comment section below. If you're new to my channel, do all that good stuff as well. Thank you all for watching. Keep on Dokkaning. We'll see you a little bit past 12 hours. Keep on Dokkaning. Later.